Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. Midday Money, Tuesday the 17th. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here. And why wouldn't it? Doesn't cost you anything to ring the bell. We'll get to the picks in a second, but first I'm going to add to the chat here. And I've said before, you got to hit the like button here. Not that hard to do. Notification bell on so you know Midday Money, 7 days a week. 12 noon Eastern. Look at lines on Sunday nights. Don't miss out on that. You could also become a premium member if you'd like to do that. Picks. Let me throw the teasers in the chat. We'll throw them in the comments section, and we'll run through all those in a second. Twitter, I always say Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow there. Not sure why you wouldn't. Come out to the Twitter world. The picks are posted in the comments. Boom. Done and done. I'm going to put up my weekly pass. $31.20. I don't know. People buy all right, you buy my Cowboys game last night. Nice winner for you. You spent, I guess, $34, $39, whatever it is. Saturday, Sundays, any day of the week, there's a 30-day day pass for $30. There's a week pass for $31. I talk about money management. Like, what are we doing here, folks? We'll start with teaser there. Twitter is twittering. Post on Twitter. Again, Mr. Sean Higgs. Follow me. Winning free picks. YouTube has the poll question of the day. So if you're on Sean Higgs channel, maybe I got just some baseball cards though. On Sean Higgs. If you're on Picks and Parlays, you can keep Picks and Parlays. I don't know why you don't subscribe to both channels, the same channels. I do a lot of videos on winning free picks. Obviously, Craig and Hannah and the rest of the crew are all basically doing videos there. But Craig said, "Hey, you want to do videos on winning free picks?" Sure, I'll do them. Why wouldn't you come on over anyway? Vote in the poll at least, for the love of everything that's holy. Let's go. Recapping the action from Monday, and not a bad one. What did we do yesterday? We split our baseball, but it's a $10 winner there. We had both dogs. Minus 26.34. Again, not having a winning baseball season. I'm not going to come and be like, we're going to load up and triple our wager, blank check kind of nonsense. No, 289, 347, losing baseball season. Let me just put those records up here for now. They are scrolling underneath. I did have the teaser up first on the screen. That's our baseball. No college football last night. NFL winner under, never in doubt. 15-8 plus 630. NFL in the videos. College football 27-16 plus 920 in the video. Hockey 1-1 plus 63 in the video. NFL, I think I went 10-2 this weekend. 10-3 or something along those lines. I don't know. We're coming back. We had a slow. Where's my NFL and college football notebook? How are we doing now? What are we? 41-30. We're at 58%. That's not too bad. We'll take 58% right now. It's not 64% like last year, but we're moving on up the boards. I'll take it. So there is that. So that was a nice little weekend. Let's get to today's action here. And I will start. I'm going to pull it back up here for teaser Tuesday picks. College football leading away. We are 1-6 in our teasers. Again, I talked about, you want to play games, have fun. And I sent my buddy Randy $1,600 because I was having fun doing teasers, and I go 10-3 in NFL. What I go 6-4, some ridiculous winning record in college football. I end up losing money because I play stupid games on the one sports book. So that's how you play games and you lose. That's why I say it's having fun, making money. Try to have fun. We're down. Alabama, though, this week, minus a 1.5. Minnesota plus 10.5. Florida State minus 6.5 in NFL teasers. We are 4-2 plus $70. Plus Dollar Daddy in effect here. Colts plus 11, Giants plus 11, and Broncos plus 10. If you want to do those. Otherwise, for today's picks, NFL, nothing. I do have I've talked to, I think on the YouTube Premium, there's a pickup for Thursday night. But again, 15-8 plus 630. Major League Baseball today will be going over the Phillies game 7.5. I think the Phillies are probably on their way to the World Series, and honestly, it's going to be interesting. They look like the pitching looks pretty good. Bats are there. I want to see them versus Texas, believe it or not. Texas with home field since they swept the Phillies to start the season, by the way. Phillies over today. College football 27-16 plus 920. I do have a premium play up today if you want to go get that. Not sure why you wouldn't support the show. Let's go. Come on. Go get the YouTube premium for $5. I need that $2 like I'm a paper boy back in 1986 in the Better Off Dead movie. Hockey 1-1. We're going under the total in Vegas. 6 goals there. We are 1-1, but we are plus 63 because the Devils hit us a nice puck line winner. All right. Let's get to the comments, of which there's like 40 of them, but most of them are me because I posted a bunch of stuff. But Ray Reddington early in. Ray, how are you? What do we got here? Sabres. A little Buffalo action here. I'm sure the Earls are happy seeing you take the Buffalo Sabres. Team total over 3.5, against Tampa Bay. Tage, anytime goal for Buffalo's plus 130. Drizadel, anytime goal for the Oilers plus 120. Where is Edmonton at? In Nashville. And the Kraken Avs under 6.5 minus 125. What about that Kraken line? Is it wrong I wanted to take Seattle today? Right. I did Vegas under, but I was thinking Seattle and Vegas. Am I wrong? Hockey fans, where are you? Where are you? This guy. What's a handsome man. Michael B's in the house. What do you say there? Good to see you. Stop Geo is here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Nothing else is in the chat, huh? It's all me. No. Michael B is coming in. Huge night. Texas first 5 in the over. Winner. First five over 4.5. Dallas money line the under. Never in that. 3 units on the Phillies first 5 run line. And Phillies money line 5-0 took home 8 units. Excellent day, Michael. And we go from a Michael B to Mike F. How are you? Thoughts on mid-10 Liberty game today? I looked at this because I know there's weekday games and people want to jump into. I'm running, and I do. I did bet the Western Kentucky Jacksonville State game. I want to, believe it or not, I want to lean to the dog here with mid-10. Did I play it? No. I'm getting, what's this, 2 touchdowns? Let's see, Libby. 31, what did they win last week? Midi. Again, I would lean dog. Didn't bet it. Not a huge. Here's the thing with this, Mike, and this is what I try to tell people during. We have kind of standalone games during the week. Whatever conference used to be Maction. Now we have added games here with let's just say Sunbelt because they play Tuesday and Thursday, but also with CUSA action here. You look at these games, and would any of these be popping out with you on a Saturday? Like this game here. Would this pique your interest on a Saturday afternoon as opposed to a Tuesday night with 3 games? Or Wednesday, we got a couple games tomorrow. Like, are people going to want to run to take? I look at Sam Houston. I mean, I like my UTEP, but are we really? Is it worth it? Because every game, I could come in and give a side a total on what it's sort of like. Am I going to bet every side in total? I don't know. That's a little just, food for thought there, Mike. I mean, I lean mid-10. Didn't bet it. Michael B. Tonight, Phillies first 5 minus half. No little deal. I expect Gallon, who was a fly-ball pitcher, to have more than a couple of those balls either. Didn't Gallon pitch last night? I thought Gallon pitched yesterday. I could be wrong. I thought he was going to go yesterday. I thought it was Merrill Kelly today. Maurice is in the house. Good afternoon. I like Penn State plus 4.5 and a money line better QB in defense. I'm on Miami plus 4 versus Clemson at home. Duke plus 14. Utah plus 7. I feel suckered into it, but I'm going to take the Chargers against KC. All right, we'll start with the Penn State and the money line here. So I just did Ross and Jesse this morning. We were doing our show, and Jesse came in and said he likes Penn State money line here. I said I have side and total on the sites for this game. I do like Penn State as well. Miami, again, that was my game on the show. I took Clemson. I like Clemson. Duke against Florida State. I'm on the other side of that one. I like Florida State there. And Utah +7. This is a tricky one here. Like, how is SC going to respond? I like it because they play defense. Can they score is the question. Can they score? Might want to look at, how about an under in this SC game? Believe it or not. Where is SC? Freaking. What do we got? 55? How about an under? Get the under there. Chargers, again, take an under, Maurice. I'm not saying to take the under because I am 20-7 in my NFL unders. I'm not saying to do that. 74%. I'm saying it because the Chargers, I don't like the offense. I think Kansas City's got decent defense. I don't hate taking the Chargers, right? Because everybody saw them. Low scoring game. They score right. First drive, touchdown. And it's like, this is going to be a shootout. Oh, my God, easy over. Yeah. Revenge spot for Dallas and the Avs, says Ray. Okay. Good to know. But they're on the road, though. You think they're playing? I mean, yeah. Okay. Good to know. I've already bet Houston first 5 money line. Scherzer make his first start in over a month. The Stros are much better on the road. Yeah. Take the Stros and the over. Stros and the over would be where I'd be looking in that game. I gave out Dumas in UFC. It's now 215. Are you kidding me? I remember you said those yesterday. Because I remember I made a Richard Dumas from the Phoenix Suns comment there. Merrill Kelly's on Hill tonight. That's what I thought. Kelly not gone for first round because fly ball pitcher. There you go. Devon Hill, how about them Phils? Yes, and I just mentioned, I don't know if you listened to the starter show when I was going over the picks. I had both dogs yesterday. I said, Philly over tonight. I think they're hitting well. And the pitching, I think it's going to be a decent little matchup here. They seem, their bats are rolling, and it's always about that extra pitcher. And Suarez is pitching. That's how a team goes from to ooh. You need that third guy. Wheeler and Nola, solid. Who's the guy who's going to pick it up? Because you can't just run out of two-man. Should get to the series. I mean, we said this to start, right? We said it should be, 4-1? Maybe a sweep. I think Tampa, Tampa. I think Arizona should maybe get one game, maybe. Phillies run line, sure. Lightning game over. Liberty minus the 14 and the under. I like, as I just mentioned to Mike after, I sort of like mid-10. He didn't bet it. Phillies run line, I can get behind. Sure, I like the over there. And Tampa Bay over. I guess that is the play there because we just had a take the Buffalo team total in that game. So Moneyline Markel's coming in, took over Philly and the Islanders. Over Philly and Islanders under 6. Okay, so I guess we're talking Philadelphia Flyers, or is this took over in Philly? I'm confused here because it's like I took over in Philly and the Islanders under 6. Is it Philly on the ice, Philly in baseball? Liberty and the 3-teamer for $20. Here we go. Everybody's on Liberty. Looks like Liberty is the chat's pick of the day. Tony C's in the house, my guy. Good to see you, Tone. Definitely like Penn State and the points. Yeah, I know they haven't played many people. I get it. It's you go and play who's in front of you. It's a big matchup versus Ohio State. They've covered. I know they lose. Franklin hasn't really beaten anybody in his career. He loses to good teams. I don't know. I'll take the points. I'll bite. Lane, what do you say? I'm on Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State over to 59.5 myself tonight. I would lean over there. I could do that with you. Yes. Maurice, primetime unders are like 14-6 this year. Might as well quit my job and bet those every week. Nah, not so fast, my friend. I mean, yeah, they're hitting, but that does, you got to look at them individually. Yes, as a collective, they've been doing well. And I try to say that all the time when it comes to the trend part of betting. You just can't blindly be like, I'm just doing that. Yeah. Yes, it's good to have it in your pocket. Like, well, it's happened. Like we talked about. Oh, the Phillies haven't won on a Tuesday. Well, did you bet the other 30 games? They didn't. Have you bet all 20 of these? I mean, we've had a couple times in here be like, oh, you got to take the over, right? I think it was we just had one a couple weeks ago. I don't know. Again, I like trends in some spots. NFL though, as much as it's uh, not it's a standalone. I'm trying to think my words right in the trending category. I don't know. I have to think of how I gotta say that. But again, I take my unders anyway, Maurice. You know that. Dog and under guy before the fave and the overs. They've treated me well so far on the season. And I think I mentioned yesterday on the show that overall on the year, unders, well, it won yesterday. So now it is now 56 and 36 now to the under. That's 60% overall on the season. So, and favorites are about 55%, 47 and 39 themselves. Miss says South Alabama under Western Kentucky over Philly under the 8. I'm against you on the Philly play there. Now let's get back to, I was in the Pac 12. Let's get back to today's action here. So, Western Kentucky over. I said yes to that because we just mentioned that Lane liked the over in that Jacksonville State game. And South Alabama under the 51. I could do that, yes. Southern Miss is a bad team. Tony C. So had the under last night. Lamb over receptions. Got the Phillies and Marsh hit a home run. There you go. Nice winner on the under. Never in doubt. Lamb had that one like the first half. And Phillies today, and Marsh hit a home run. I like Marsh. But then Michael says, Maurice, chill. You don't want you quitting your job. Don't do that. Carl's in the house. Good to see you. You called that easy money under on Dallas. I like Liberty and Western Kentucky today. Yeah, that I like I said with that game, that was a game for Dallas defense. You were embarrassed the week before. You're facing and this is what I put him on the right up. You're facing your old coordinator who you faced in practice. You know his ins and outs. You know that he kind of relayed a little bit of information to the defense, like this is what Dallas likes to do. You knew it was going to be a low scoring game. Liberty, Bibberty, and Western Kentucky for Carl. Again with the Midi and Libby. I don't know. I'll go Midi over Liberty. And I have a premium pick on this Jacksonville State, Western Kentucky. But now I call Jags. But I staring at me, but I miss my line on the total. Yeah, that was a what was that on an opener? 42 and a half, I think. 43. I had 43 here on the site. It's down to what, 40ish now? Randy's in the house. He's leaning on the Dolphins at points versus Eagles for sure with teaser. I said that on Sunday night. I like the 3. It was down to 2. Now it's basically a pick 'em. Is it turning it? And I might come in. Maybe I'll have Miami money line day of the game. I'll just take them in a pick 'em kind of spot there. I want to see this Eagle team, and again, I thought the Eagles were really the team to beat. I wasn't high on Purdy. I'm like, let's see him do something. Again, also, if so when guys get hurt around Purdy, he's not so pretty without CMC and Dabo. And Philly's just been kind of ugly. I mean, we can look at it now like, man, maybe they should have lost to the Patriots, right? I mean, like you're in a game there, and I'm happy I ended up winning that one by a hook. But let's look at this team now. You're 5-1. You could be on the other side of that. You played with little fire. I do like Miami too. I do. Mike F, how about my Michigan Wolverines laying big number heading into Lansing? Yeah, this game here is I want to say taken an under again because Michigan gives up what 8 points a game, but it is a rivalry. So what are we talking here? 45-13, maybe Sparty's does score a couple here. I want to look at the over as well. I mean, I don't mind losing. Oh, I mean, you want to lay 30? I don't care. I think Michigan's that good. The total, I think you should look at the over as well because I think Sparty will maybe put up a little fight because it is against a rival. They're home. Maybe they're energetic for a second or two. Right? We saw that a couple years ago. We saw what 37-33, 27-24. Last year 29-7. Could that be more the same here? Right? 30 35-10. I like Michigan. I think they're complete. Michael B. Got me a Texas World Series ticket plus $6 start up playoffs. I believe in Bochy. He's a good coach. I gotta see him concerned they do not have pitching to get past the Phillies. No, and again, it's the Phillies pitchers are pitching well right now. And it's contagious. Goes on and on and on. But what Texas has done is their pitching isn't super, but it gets the job done. I mean, I know we want to make fun of Texas. Here they are, 2 games away from the World Series, with probably the worst pitching out there. But Markel, sorry, over in the Philly game. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, I'm with you on that. I wasn't sure, but it said Philly, and then you had this ice after that, so I was confused. Tony C says over 59.5. Western Kentucky, yes. Michael B had to jump on the side of the Jags game, whichever one set us up in the air. CJ Beathard does not give me a lot of confidence. Jags. I mean, you have besides the fact it's a short week, whether Lawrence was playing or not, he's banged up. So there's a good chance either way you might see CJ Beathard. And, he's a guy who's had some starts. It's not like he's going to come in off the bench and never saw a field before. I mean, he got played for the Niners. He got some starts under his belt. But again, the Saints defense, forget about this year. I talked about it. You want to talk about trends? What have they got under? 17 of 18, something ridiculous. So defense is there. Possible backup quarterback on a short week to boot. Even 40, I don't hate still betting the under that one. This could be ugly. This could be 16-6. Forget about primetime unders. Unders are 59% on the year. Highest rate of unders cashing in years. Yeah. That's how I've really rolled my way back. I mean, not that I had a tough September. I mean, we were like 8-5 week 1, 6-8, 5-7, 7-2. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but last couple weeks we're putting the screws to it and winning a little bit. Tony C definitely taking the over Western Kentucky. Take it, Tony. Yes. Lane says, I think the Dolphins primetime game may go at 52. Have it betted. I would lean to the over there as well, Lane. Yes. And he says, let's go Texas. He likes the Rangers. Killing it with them. Yeah, I mean, it's a team that was left for dead after their Seattle series. People didn't think they get past Tampa Bay. Here we are. 7 in a row for them, I think. How many have they won now? And Elliot loves the Phillies tonight. Mike, I stopped betting these weekday college football games a few weeks ago. I'm such happier for it. I really don't love college football anyway. Much less betting these smaller conferences, schools here. And again, with this thing, it's great for them. They get on ESPN. People find them, and of course, now betting, it's all over them. But this kind of obscure game, and it's one thing. I mean, like, listen, I'll bet some random Big West game on a Tuesday or Thursday night, Wednesday, whenever they're playing in college hoops. You're like, oh my goodness. I mean, but that's where I find my good money in November and December. Like the average person they get up in the morning, they're at work, you're watching me or whoever, and you come home like, oh, I got to bet this game. Who do you like tonight's game? Like, what do you know? I mean, do you know the Mid Tennessee quarterback's name? If this game was Saturday at 3:30, would it even be on your radar? Let's be honest, it wouldn't, because you'd be looking at Alabama and Florida and Texas and Ohio or whoever else. You're not looking at these small schools. So if you want to bet the midweek games, I say, you know, take it a little lighter than your usual bankroll size, because these lines are going to be actually pretty right around the number. I think it's a standalone spot. They could kind of dig into it a little bit and get a good feel for the number. Now Elliot says hello to me after 10 comments. Thanks, Elliot. Minnesota Wild in regulation today. Phillies first 5. You're getting wild with Terry. Minnesota against Montreal. I'm off to a bad hockey start. I'm 1-1 in video, but personally, the Devils crushed me. Stop you. I wanted to follow my comment from Look at Line Sunday. I posted a rant about the officiating Niners game and how it was changing. I was at work at that time. I have a bad day in NFL, lost at Niners, but I've had worse days than that. I can take a loss at Chimba when the worst calls aren't reviewable. Yeah, I mean, there's always bad calls. Always bad calls. I mean, but you could find them in any game. And I guess the criticism and the focus is now, since people are betting and they just think it's, and not you, Gio. I'm not pointing this at you to comment, but like people think it's like a just oh, look at this, like it's a vendetta against them. You get bad calls. I don't mind bad calls. They're with you sometimes. They're against you sometimes. I don't want. And I was talking to Panda. We're talking about like strike zones and baseball and stuff. Like terrible. We'll pull you off so it doesn't look like I'm lecturing. I I don't mind bad umpire calls. Like I mean, umps have their kind of strike zones. Some guys a little better for the pitcher. Some guys a little better for the hitters. The players know this. The coaches know this. They make comments. You're gonna wheel in like robots, and everything has to be reviewed. Like, oh, look at this, we got to review it. It's like a fraction of a thing off of. It's a strike. It's a ball. It's a look at this pass interference. He lightly hit the guy. I mean, I don't know. Human error is part of life. In sports, I mean, we can really change history. We start going back and doing replays and reviews of things. That's just me, man. I don't mind a bad call, a betting. I understand it costs you. You're frustrated. You think this nonsense. It's fixed. It's rigged. The NFL. They work out. They work out. You win some, you lose some. Eric says, do you ever get down in your process? Do you ever get down in your process during downturns? So try and not beat up myself by doing time. Um, I I do. Like, listen, I grew here last year, like college basketball. I couldn't catch a game in February. It was like a bad. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? Baseball in August, I couldn't catch a dog. I take dogs. Every baseball dog was losing 7-1. I take a favorite on a run line. It's a 4-3 game. I'm losing. You just shake your head and you adjust the bankroll and move on a little bit. Instead of betting 5 games, maybe I just bet 2 because I'm losing. It's not as much getting down as um, you get frustrated. I don't want to say you get down. That's why you gotta have a short memory, man. You gotta turn the page. Like I do Rose Jesse's like, oh, you gotta hype yourself up. You're doing good, NFL. I'm like, ah, even last year. I mean, I come in and say we're hitting really well. Look at lines. The lines. I mean, look at lines show we still get good numbers. You can't just dwell on that. Turn the page. Right? Bet and forget it. I know people are like, oh, this guy, he doesn't even show emotions. You can't show emotions. Gordon Gecko, baby. Don't get emotional about money. You just adjust your bets. You move on. You see your numbers. Are you beating? Are you getting good numbers? Like I like even games I'm losing. If I have a number and I have a better number, I know long term. And again, people don't like to talk about CLV closing line value does. Yeah, uh, if you've been bet more than a week, it does add up. Do a couple years, you'll see your numbers. But people won't last that long. Don't sweat it. Just put some water on your face. Move on. Has NFL public? Has the NFL been public this season thus far? Or am I crazy? NFL public is. Oh, I mean, what do you mean? Have they been winning this season? The NFL public? The faves this year are 47 and 39, so 54%, a little more than 54%. So they should be winning. Straight up, they're what, 60 and 30, something along those lines. And if you're throwing those in money lines, again, I don't know how they're doing their parlays and uh, working their bets. As much as the phase have hit at a 54% clip, the unders are probably buried people because the public they're not under betters. And if the unders in at 60%, the public's probably feeling that a little bit. Gio says it's one of the most public seasons so far. Again, yeah, 54% is pretty decent. Again, some people think 54% is not good, but I don't know. I think if you ask anybody who does it for a living, say 54%, I'll give you for a career in sports betting, they'll take it. I suppose the guy leading my ATS pool, that's all the faves and is in first. Yeah, they're cashing. Tate the Great's in the house. Go Sparty. Stir the pot a little bit. Eric says, thanks to you. He thought the public was winning. A lot of favorites. I do remember these runs are basketball and baseball. You had to feel bad when folks have these runs. Yeah, you're going to have runs. And you just, if you're betting, you're going to have a bad run. People don't like to hear that because they're inundated with nonsense that you can't lose. Yeah, you can lose. So Eric says, I bet all money line and have a good CLV general. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And again, the other side is like, well, it doesn't make a difference with the number ends if you win. I disagree with that. I think for me, or if you're a quote unquote tout kind of guy who has his plays out there, and if somebody goes through my numbers and be like, this guy's really well, and then you look at my numbers, you're like, wow, how did he get that? The fact that I beat numbers here, I mean, let's go. Cleveland total, 42 and a half. It's 39. Whatever one. San Fran, 46 and a half. It's 44, right? We're talking about that on look at lines. 43 in New Orleans, it's 40. 46 in the Bears game, it's 37. I mean, that was also, quarterback stuff going on there. But you have to beat the numbers. Foster's coming on burn notice. Yes, burn notice. Listen, hey, I like burn notice. And Foster. I have my Chuck Finley's, my Sam Axe Chuck Finley baseball cards right next to me because sometimes I put them in my son's lunchbox and I sign it Sam Axed. Chuck Finley. Chuck Finley. Here's another. Chuck Finley. Oh, Chuck Finley. Burn notice is funny. We got Chuck Finley triple fleers. Chuck Finley's. Burn notice. But Burn notice is a funny show. I like Burn notice. Gig D, my guy. Welcome. Welcome. King, how'd you do last night? What'd you have? I was happy with my Cowboys in the under. Let's see. All right. So sorry, I was checking my phone. My wife was asking questions. She's doing her thing, and it's like, "Oh, did you get the mojito chicken rolling yet?" And I'm like, "No, because I'm doing my show." All right. So no NFL today. No college football, at least in the chat. I do have a premium up if you want to go get that. I like the Phillies over 7.5. I like Vegas under the 6 tonight. That's show picks. Rangers money line got sweaty. It did get a little sweaty there. I had the under. Didn't get there. Cowboys money line, excellent win there. Yeah, the under. We'll take it. And the Dallas game, again, I said big game for them. Had to beat their old coach. You with the Chuck Finleys. I was with my Bo Jackson. Well, hey, listen. I'd rather have a bunch of Bo Jackson cards than Chuck Finley. But the Chuck Finley is basically for burn notice. If you watch Burn Notice. I think it's on Hulu now or something. It's Prime. I don't know. Go watch Burn Notice. I like the show. It's fun. Never in doubt. I love the. I like when I put the never in doubts up there. See, I don't know if like a stranger or if someone who doesn't follow me or the show comes on when I put something like never in doubt. I don't know if they know I'm just even games I don't bet on. I throw it up there. Stanford money line, never in doubt. I just put it to see what I don't know. It's engaging. Tate, you can't stir the pot more than Lenny. Hail to the victory at Lenny. Oh, Leonard, Detroit Lenny. Go watch Detroit Lenny today. All right, rolling on out here. Vote in the poll. I'm going to have to pull up the poll right now because I'm not on YouTube. Let's close out the poll. Where's the poll? Here we go. Let's go. Back to the YouTube channel. Couple likes. That many people watching. Again, 10 minutes. I get all the plays done. Perfect. If you voted in a poll, super. It looks like the chat is on the Phillies in a poll. 43% on the Phillies today. 30 on the over, 17 on the under, 8% to the Arizona Diamondbacks. And also, I had to say that there was a lot of love for Liberty tonight. So there is that. There is that. Lane says, I haven't watched TV in years, but when I did, I love Burn Notice. Yeah, I like Burn Notice. It's funny. My son found it on Netflix, and he's like, oh, you should watch the show. And I started watching it, and I'm like, dude, this is funny. Like, you could go into a hardware store and make bombs. It's like use your air spray to blow locks. It's the typical spy can make. It's just a funny show. Man. I love it. Oh man, Reginald, Phillies run line, yes. Kings money line, Flyers money line. All right, Phillies run line, we can get behind. Sure. On the ice, you like the Kings today. L.A. and Winnipeg. I don't know about LA. That might be a pass for me. You want to do a little Flyer love? I could do the Flyers. Flyers, yes. Phillies, F. Go the Philly combo. Stay away from LA. Lane, have a good one. Alrighty. I'm rolling out myself. I will see everybody tomorrow.